Hey, life group leaders, let's talk about prayer. Now, if you remember back to our clarifying the wins, we want to have at least 10 to 20 minutes each meeting that we're spending in prayer. We want to be building that muscle of prayer because it is so important. Now, before you get too worried, remember that 10 to 20 minutes generally includes the time that we take prayer requests, that we talk about prayer requests, and the time that we're praying. So it's not 20 minutes solid of prayer time, which can get awkward really fast in a group. Now, maybe you've been in a group where prayer time gets hijacked real quick. Maybe you have someone in that group who just uses it as a time to vent. They vent about their boss, about their coworkers, about their neighbors, about the people who let their dogs poop in their yard, all sorts of things. And before you know it, it's 20 minutes down the road and no one else has had a chance to share their prayer requests. Maybe you have that random person who starts talking about the person that they went to school with in 5th grade that they saw on Facebook lost their dog 5 years ago. And then it reminded them of another neighbor that they grew up with that lost their dog. And it was really sad. And it was a tough time for that friend. And before you know it, people have just zoned out. And again, you tend to run out of time. So I want to just share one tool, one method that's worked really well for our group. It helps keep us on track and keep us focused, and it also makes it a lot easier for us to be praying for one another throughout the week. Now, all you need is some 3x5 cards, some pens or pencils, and a little basket or a bowl to put it in. And we've done this a few different ways, whether it's at the end of the night, having people write down their prayer requests, or at the beginning of the night, we've instructed people as they come in, write down your prayer requests, fold it, drop it in the bowl, and then we get to the time of praying for one another, we simply pass that bowl around and we pull out a name at random, and then we have a chance that we can explain if there's any further explanation that needs to happen with any of those prayer requests. We talk about it at that point, and then we just go around and pray for one another. We pray for that name and that prayer that we have on the card that we drew. And what's great is that we take that card home and we get to pray for that person throughout that week. And we get to check in with them. Hey, how's that been going? And so it really helps build that muscle of praying for one another, of caring for one another. And so it's worked really well for our group. Maybe it's something that would work well for your group. I encourage you, try that. If you have any other ideas, ways that have worked really well for your group, share them with us. We'd love to share those resources with our other leaders.